a right back, a centre back, 2 central midfielders, probably a centre forward cover as well.
They need wingers. They need number 6, but without a shadow of a doubt. If again, that was glaringly obvious. It was something Arne admitted himself. It was too easy to get onto Liverpool's defence. All the way through. It was like 2 passes and all of a sudden
completely porous in central midfield.
Yeah. Well, I just want to bring in a piece from Martin Samuel in the Times to you, Jack, as well on the defence, perhaps, of Arne Slot. It's a very balanced view from Samuel, but actually this paragraph in particular is supportive of Slot in the sense of the context. He may have thought he merited a second season in which a popular member of the team did not die in tragic and devastating circumstances at the age of 28. His 3 big summer signings got to play more than 119 minutes together, and a club legend did not spend the campaign acting up, underperforming and using his manager as a mark. That's referencing what Carl was talking about. That is that fair, that there's a lot been happening at Liverpool that maybe led to them finishing 5th?
He's had, first of all, taking Diogo Jota, he's had unimaginable circumstances to deal with that, and Dom will know more about this than me and Carl, but would have had a significant impact on the dressing room. I think we've spoken about it before. Martin mentions it in his piece. You've got a big summer spend, a lot of new faces arriving that would normally go in a laugh and a joke, maybe a night out, to get embedded into that dressing room and part of that group. And they're finding a group in mourning that don't know how to deal with it every day, that are going in and seeing an empty peg or whatever in the dressing room every day. I think it's impossible to quantify the impact that has, and Arne Slot was superb in dealing with that at the start of the season. I think Dom mentions in his piece the way he spoke in pre-season at Preston, was it, I think? Yeah,
he did an interview with the Club TV channel beforehand. And listen, I don't care what people think about him for the results. He had a situation that nobody could. There's no preparation for what happened last July, and how he managed the club through that situation, with the dignity, with the care, with the sensitivity of handling it all, while reminding people what was important. That to me says more anything about him as about a football coach. You can think about one as you want as a football coach, but as a man, the dealings that I've had with him, people who know him far better than I, he's a good man. And some of the vitriol that's come to him this season has been eye-opening. People are fully entitled to want managerial change over results. I get that. I would not say anything about that. Anybody's wish for change, but for personal abuse and some of the things that have happened this season, I find it unedifying.
The way he managed that also crosses over into football a bit, because you look at the way he managed following Jurgen Klopp in. Yeah. Not only winning a title, but just coming in and not trying to be Jurgen Klopp.
Klopp had finished 3rd the season before as well.
Exactly, not trying to, sort of play to the Klopp and win them over by trying to be Jurgen Klopp, being his own man, and not just winning it with Klopp's team. That's the thing that's thrown at him constantly. He made significant changes that season.
Gravenberch at 6 was a big one, wasn't it? Talked about,
yeah, and he was very respectful as well when he came in. He was the first game that Liverpool played at Anfield under him was against Brentford, and he almost didn't want to go onto the pitch at the end of it, because he felt like, I'll get me, I'll find my feet and whatever. There was no sort of giving it all that. And the more that Liverpool won, the more confidence that he got, the more you could see how proud he was to do it. But I'd just like to make a point on the players as well, if I can. Yeah. As Darmash alluded to with Jamie, it might have changed since we've been on air, but by the time we did come here, nobody had said anything about him, which is their prerogative and whatever. But I would just hope that if Liverpool are signing players this summer, they've got the attitude that when they get into the building, they realise how far they've got to step it up again. Liverpool isn't a place where you come in and go, made it, I'm doing all right here.
The departure of Salah and Robinson going to have another effect on the dressing room? Because Virgil van Dijk now is the elder statesman.
And Alisson.
Are they going to have I mean, Alisson is possibly going to.
I think Alisson will have to stay now. They cannot let that happen.
Can we pick up, Dom, just and I'll come to you, Carl, on this, on the replacement widely thought to be Andoni Iraola. Jonathan Northcroft writing here links the connection with Bournemouth and Richard Hughes as well. Bust coach is one of the brightest I've ever met. He favours chaos over order, Klopp over Pep, and dreams of owning a bookshop. It's interesting, isn't it, how chaos and order in a bookshop? But there was a reference here to when Gary O'Neill was let go by Bournemouth. Calmly, Hughes, then Bournemouth sporting director, sat down O'Neill and explained he's done a great job, but Iraola was available and he can take us to another level. Is this effectively potentially hinging on the fact that Iraola has the next level that he can go to as well?
Yeah,
with
very much so. I believe he's a fantastic coach, and I believe in terms of the current status of the Premier League, which is man-to-man, marking schemes, set-piece organisation, I think Iraola is particularly well-suited to take to that next level. I think he'll scale up. There have been Bournemouth games where Bournemouth are dominating possession and they look very, very good. Injuries will be interesting because very often you sort of see the Bournemouth player suite and there's 4 or 5 gentlemen there with the moon boot and soft tissue injuries. So the medical team at Liverpool needs to be on job. The recruitment team needs to be on job. But I think as a coach and the staff Iraola will bring in with him, if I'm a Manchester United persuasion, I'm now looking at Liverpool going, oh, they're going to be a problem next season.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting because I've looked at the last week.
I am more afraid of.
But I've looked at it from the last point of view, and I wonder whether this is. I wonder whether this has influenced. Look, the FSG will have had the ultimate say on it. Don't kid yourself that they haven't. I wonder whether they have looked at the last week and gone, Arsenal strong, really going to, they're going to strengthen again. Man City will speak for themselves for the depth that they've got, regardless of who is going to be the manager. Chelsea with a free runner with Xabi Alonso.
Explain more. Sort of why do the sacking now when Xabi Alonso was available earlier?
They were never going to go for Xabi Alonso.
Tell me more about it.
Well,
they just didn't fancy him.
It's clearly something's gone back from when he always made it clear that when he was at Leverkusen, he was never going to go at the end of that first season when Klopp was there. He always wanted to just stay for a second year in Germany to see the project through. And then the land had changed. Then Slot had come in and done what he'd done. If Alonso and Iraola share an agent, so they clearly know what is happening in the landscape, and Xabi must have known that Liverpool were never going to go for him, otherwise that's why he's gone to Chelsea.
We could continue this talk for a long time, but we do have to take another quick break.
Apologies.
No, it's great. I'm enjoying it. I'm sure the audience are too. Time for another break. When we come back, we will be talking England as attention turns towards the World Cup, including David Walsh writing in the Sunday Times this morning, Tuchel leaving a leader like Maguire behind is an act of borderline lunacy. Strong stuff from Walsh.